Good evening to the viewers of the live stream. We have returned for another live stream because, as I said, my new slogan or plan, I guess, is every time I sit here looking at charts, I'm just going to live stream. But I think I just found another YouTuber who's bullish. I'm getting recommended random people. That's how I found these people. They just get pushed into my feed. But I believe I found another bull tuber. Hold on. I think he doesn't actually say anything. A lot of these stock guys don't actually say anything. They just show you what's happening and they don't make any predictions, which is good. You know, I would like to get there. Hopefully I get there one day where I just show you information and then leave. I'm gonna try and get there next market cycle. If this all plays out next market cycle, I'm just gonna read you guys charts and news, and I'm not putting myself on the line anymore. But anyway, I thought I found another YouTuber who was bullish, but he's just giving me no information, so I'm not even going to bother showing you. But let me try and find some music again, and we can start the live stream. Because Ron Walker, who's Mr. Bear, pointed out that Meta pulled back. I didn't even realize Meta pulled back. But Meta is one of our indicators that we watched turn bearish. But I'm trying to find a music channel that's not going to copyright me. I don't know if this guy is going to copyright me. He might. If he does, it's not a big deal because I kind of want to listen to music. Let's see. All right, let me know if the music is too loud. Shouldn't be. It should be okay. I don't want to get too close to the microphone either. I realize that's an issue. All right. So actually, before I start the music, let me just go over a couple things. So the first thing here, I'm going to get it out of the way. You can go through YouTube comments and you can go through my chat and comments, and it's mostly bots, but if you skim through them, there's a popular idea going around that everybody's looking at 40K in October, so it's not going to happen. I think you can argue consensus amongst the peons like me and other people is we're probably going into the 40s, but I don't think consensus amongst everybody is we're going to the 40s. Now, some of these people I found just from getting recommendations. Some of them I know just because I know their names. But before I begin, I just want to preface everything by saying each of the people I'm going to show you have bigger YouTube channels than me. They're more successful than me. They probably have much more money than me. And I am not speaking negatively about them in any way, shape, or form. I'm simply sharing their viewpoints, and that's it. I'm not saying they're right or wrong. I'm just simply showing you their YouTube channels / X accounts to show you that the propaganda going around that everybody's bearish and everybody thinks we're going to 40K is just not true. And we start with this gentleman who I never heard of him until recently. I'm sure if you're on X, you've heard of him. His name is KillaXBT. Obviously, I haven't logged into X in months because it's a cesspool. And this gentleman is bullish. He says he's officially long. His target is 160,000. And you can see he has 200,000 followers. Okay? That's the only reason I'm showing him to you. He has 200,000 followers. Now, it's probably bots. I don't know if it's bots. but it's got 4,000 likes and 1 million views. And his YouTube channel says that the bear market is nearly over. He only has 20,000 subs on YouTube, but he's got 10,000 views. So obviously he's got some pull. But he's making the comparison that we're already in accumulation. He has his chart labeled as bottom formation. And I'm not going to play the video, but he's comparing us to 2022, saying that we're already in accumulation. Now, keep in mind, he did get 10,000 views, which is decent, especially if he's got 20,000 subs. But he's making the argument that we're getting accumulated right now. He's also arguing with 200,000 followers that we are bullish, and he's bullish up to 150K. He looks like he was bullish in April. All right, so I'm not sitting here saying he's right or wrong. I'm just saying that this is a big Twitter account that doesn't think that the bottom is, or he thinks the bottom could be in. Now, I'm sure most of you have heard of this gentleman, Dr. Profit. Very big Twitter account, 500,000 followers. He's never wrong, as his slogan goes. However, he did say the top was in March of 2025, just like I did, and then he pivoted, just like I did. But obviously, you can't say that, because if you're always right, you can't be wrong. But this gentleman has turned bullish. He's looking for $4,000 ETH from here. You can see July 26th, he has posted a green arrow looking for $4,000 Ethereum. For the first time ever, ETH is a larger position than Bitcoin, and he has closed his shorts on Bitcoin and Ethereum. He is bearish on the S&P, but he doesn't believe that the Bitcoin market will crash, and he believes that the crash has already occurred. Now, again, I'm not saying these people are right or wrong, but how could everybody be bullish or bearish if there's a handful of people who are bullish and bearish? Everybody can't be bearish if there's people who are bullish. Now, another one we know, we do like Mr. Blockchain Backer. He's a very successful trader. We know he's pushing bullish propaganda, saying that the bull market has started and that the capitulation has already occurred. He believes that we are getting accumulated, and he thinks that the bull market is about to begin and we're getting ready to move higher. Not saying he's right or wrong, but he does have 300,000 subscribers, and he is also arguing that the bottom is already in. Now, this gentleman as well, very successful YouTuber. I'm sure you've heard of him. His name is Crypto Jeb. He's got 250,000 subscribers. He doesn't believe we're going much lower than the 53K range, which we know is the realized price. So he is open to a bottom, not being in, but as you can see, he does not believe we're going that much lower, as many people don't. Many people don't actually think we're going much lower. So this idea that everybody's bearish and everybody thinks we're going to 40K is just cope. It's propaganda by the Moon Boys, and I used to say the same thing in 2022. Everybody thinks we're going to 10K, so we're not going down there, and we went down there. All right, we didn't go to 10K, but when we were at 30K, people were saying down there, and we went all the way to 15K. So 15K is close enough to 10K when you're at 40K. I wasn't one of the people that said we were going down there. I was one of the people that said, oh, everyone's saying it, so it's not going to happen. And it happened. All right, how many people said the top was in October and the top was in October? So I only show you these people to point out that not everybody's looking for 40K. Now, in the beginning of the bear market, I was personally looking for 48K. But we've learned a lot this bear market. At least I would like to think so. And we learned a lot about on-chain data. And the on-chain data doesn't actually support 48K. It actually says we should go much lower. And you can just simply use the eyeball test. And you can say, well, 48K would be a very, very, very small bear market. Can the bottom be 48K? I guess technically it could be, but I actually think 48K would be the absolute ceiling, meaning I would be shocked if 48K was the bottom. because 48K would barely trigger the capitulation for long-term holders, but technically it would. And I guess technicalities is what counts. And the cost basis of the long-term holders would actually be negative if we went to 48,000. As you can see, we would go below at 50,000. So 48,000 is by definition the highest bottom we can have, in my opinion. But I don't think 48K would be the low. I think if we stick to the reference points that we have, we could go much lower. Now, you'll probably see the 200-week moving average all over YouTube. I think that's a very popular indicator. Again, you can see, probably if you watch a lot of Moon Boys, they will say the 200-week moving average is going to be the bottom, or maybe we go a little bit lower. The problem is that in 2018, we bottomed on the 200-week moving average. And in 2022, we were at the 200-week moving average when we were down 68%. Right now, we're at the 200-week moving average, and we're only down 48%, which means this is the fastest you've ever hit the 200-week moving average. And I think the reason for that is because the tops are getting further, or excuse me, the tops are getting closer to the 200-week moving average, which makes sense. So the fact that this bull run was extremely close to the 200-week moving average, this one was even closer. This one was only 366% from the 200-week moving average. So by definition, this one has to be even smaller. That's what's been happening. So I don't think it's necessarily bullish that we're at the 200-week moving average, because we're getting closer to it every time we have a bull market. And that's why I think we're going to blow right through it, just like we did last time. But a lot of people think we're in here. I don't think that's necessarily the case. That doesn't mean I'm right, but that's what I think. I think we're going to blow through this moving average. But I just wanted to start the live stream with that to show you that not everybody's bearish. Not everybody's looking for 40K. I don't necessarily think 40K is even the popular view. I think the popular view is bearish, but probably somewhere in the high 40s, low 50s. But anyway, that's what I want to start the stream with, just to get it out of the way. Big G for 5 says, hope you keep streaming if we make it, even if you stream from the beach and need someone to counter the propaganda. I appreciate the 5. I don't think I'll ever stop YouTube. It's just I have to come up with a game plan for the bull market. I see YouTubers are still growing somehow, even though they're not really giving you anything accurate. Not that I am. I'm not saying I am, but the fact that people are giving out gibberish and they're growing means I'm doing something wrong. You know, there's people that have been saying we've been bullish for the last 6 months, and they're still doing better than me on YouTube. So clearly I haven't performed well for the algorithm's decision making. So I have to figure something out. I think in the bull market, I may just lean more towards going on X and taking people's charts and reading the news. I think that'll be more sustainable in the long run. And then the live streams, who knows, right? The future is unknown. But for now, I'm just going to keep doing what we're doing. But once we break 68K or we break down below 60K, I think I'll probably hide in my bear bunker until the bottom forms, in my opinion. But we'll figure something out in the future. I do appreciate the 5. does help a lot in times of despair. Mr. Meow says, I wanted to stop by and say hi. I have to go. Thanks for stopping by. The only issue is betting on 48K is betting on something that has never happened. I'm interested to know why you think that. How come you think 48K has never happened? Does it have to do with the coins in supply and loss? Percent of supply and loss? So let's start looking at some stuff, shall we? I'm optimistic this guy's not going to copyright me, but I guess it doesn't matter. So the semiconductors, I don't know if you guys saw, but post-market, we went all the way to $86. But tomorrow and Friday are monster days. Because I didn't realize that we're actually breaking the 2-week super trend. So SOXL has to get back to 126 by Friday. Or we're going to print a 2-week sell signal. You know how rare that is? If we do not go back to 126 by Friday, we are going to get one of the most deadly sell signals that we ever can get. Now, it is for the semiconductors. Doesn't mean it has to go down for Bitcoin. It's just every single time in history it has, except for one, which was the July crash in August of 2024. So, I would argue here, maybe you can argue this one. It's debatable because Bitcoin did go down. I really would argue you can only say this. So I'll make this one yellow because it was the outlier. If you want to say this one, we'll do it just for the sake of the argument. But you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 7 times we had a bear market capitulation. And, sorry, we had a crash. And what's really interesting here is if you purely focus on the bear market years, every single time Bitcoin went down to the negative nupal, this sell signal was present. So if we just look at the dates, August 2011, September of 2014, and November of 2018, and March of 2022, all of those dates correspond to when Bitcoin finally hit a negative nupal. So I do think we are getting extremely close as I show you the dates again. Right, I said August of 2011. That's when the negative nupal first appeared, right here. Actually, technically it was September. So it was right before. If you want to say, it could be a leading indicator. It was right before we hit a negative nupal, September of 2011. If we go to 2014, we can see again the nupal was negative in October. Actually, correct me if I'm wrong, but we did hit a negative nupal in August. Did we or did we not? We did. Look, negative 5%. We did hit negative nupal in August. And we just went over 2014. We hit a negative nupal in October, September. Right here. We can see in 2018, we hit negative nupal in November of 2018. Negative 9%, negative 1%, there you go. And then again in 2022, we hit a negative nupal all the way down in June. So in 2022, it was a little bit early. But those dates I just highlighted to you had this sell signal present. And we just got it. I don't know if we just got it today. I just noticed it today. But it's not confirmed. I don't know if the music's too loud. Sorry if it is. Let me lower it a little bit. We just got the sell signal this week, and it gets confirmed if by Friday SOXL remains below 130. So if we get a V recovery into Friday, then I guess it's still bullish. But this is a monster sell signal. Monster sell signal. Now, another reason, as you know, why Friday and tomorrow are so big is because we have a 2-week red dot on the SPY. And if we don't go back up high enough to get rid of the red dot, it's going to be there forever, which is massive. We don't yet have a 3-week red dot, but we're getting a new candle on Friday. If we print a 3-week red dot, I'm going to get even more bearish. Now, you may notice this hasn't always corresponded to a S&P 500 crash, but by God, it has corresponded to a Bitcoin crash. So if we get a 3-week red dot, which unfortunately is not going to confirm itself, even if we get it until next month. So we definitely got a big 2 days coming up. The fact that we had an FOMC today and we didn't go down, I think we could repeat what we did up in May. It's the same month. Sorry. It's the same day, same month. Jeez. It's the same day of the week and the same day of the month. Where Wednesday was the bottom on the 29th. Today is Wednesday the 29th. And I believe for the moon people in the back, we do have a full moon as well. So I am very much open to this. I'm not saying it has to happen. I kind of hope it does. It would be nice. And the beautiful thing about this, as you can see, there was a new moon up here. Our new moon is the Moon Boy event. Which means once the Moon Boy event passes, I have no reason to be bullish until February of 2027. So I would actually be very happy with this. Because it lines up perfectly with the Moon Boy chart and the 4-year cycle. Because we can go down just like this and still bottom in November at 37 to 40,000. Definitely possible. Could it be smaller like this? Of course. I don't know where the bottom is. You have to watch your favorite YouTuber. I'm also open to the price just moving lower. I don't know. But over the next 10 days, I will be turning into a full bear once again. I've kind of been reluctant the last couple months because of the Moon Boy event. I didn't know what was going to happen. But now it's next... I don't know if it's next week. Oh, it's not. No, it's not next week. It's on the 12th. So once the 12th comes and goes, you will see me transform back into Mr. Bear. And if we get that confirmed sell signal on Friday, I will be even more Mr. Bear. Now, I am curious about the super trend. I forgot about the super trend. I believe the S&P 500 still has a way to go before it prints. But the QQQ is getting damn close. It looks like it's going to disappear though, which is good. It means we're still bullish. But we're getting damn close. We're also getting new stock RSI candles. Oh, we just got one. All right, guys, are you ready? We just got one today. We just got a new candle literally 10 minutes ago. All right, are you ready? I'm nervous. Drum roll, please. If the 5-day stock RSI went up, we're still bullish. All right, everybody, hold your nose. Oh, wow. It went up again. Yeah, we might still be bullish. I was kind of hoping it went up more than that, but it's okay. I'll take it. I'll take it. But the reason why you can see this is so important is because the 5-day stock RSI suggests that we are still bullish. I have to respect the momentum. Even though I'm bearish, I have to respect the bullish momentum. Ethereum is even more bullish. Stock RSI is already overbought. Which is all the more reason why if Ethereum doesn't start pumping in the next 10 days, I have to assume it's going to go lower. But you guys can see just how bullish it is. The 5-day stock RSI, when it hits overbought, actually triggers the move up. So if we don't move up soon, I'm going to assume that we're in something like this and like this, which is what I'm actually assuming. Even back here, you can see you stopped moving and it was bearish. So, yeah, look out below. Look out below. We are about to enter the month of August, though, don't forget. I don't think we have to go down just because it's August, but I do think we have to go down in August. But if we play our cards right, the Moonboy event is right here. So, if we are still bullish, I would love to see us go right up. Everybody says I told you so, and then just go down. That would be a dream scenario. We get one more quick spike to 68K. We trigger the trap at the short-term hold to realized price. We already had the FOMC meeting. We would actually be repeating what we did over here. And then we just come right back down to the low. Right here. Get a bounce in August and then it's over. That's what I'm looking for. And I think our sell signal on the semiconductors printing will be a big boost in the possibility of it happening. Now, I think it would be nice if the market spoon-fed us and gave us a Tether drop. Tether has been making a new low, but it hasn't made a new low for the market cycle. But we have no evidence that it's bearish. I am curious about the MACD. How does the MACD look? We are bearish on the 1 day. That's not really enough to turn bearish. 2 day, we got another candle, still bullish. If you actually notice, the 2 day MACD has been triggering the crashes, so we still could move up again. I'm open to it. Yeah, look. The 2 day MACD has been triggering the crashes, gentlemen. It's not red yet. Yeah, wow. Yeah, look, in last August, we were actually bullish for the first half. I wonder if there was a new moon up there. Oh, yeah, there was. You bet your ass there was. Well, technically, it was before the new moon. But yeah, it seems the transition from full to new is where it turns bullish. I don't know. My gut is kind of giving me... I don't know because I'm not an expert, and I know at any moment, well, in my opinion, at any moment we can go down. But I don't know. It kind of looks like it wants to go up again. And for me, that's what is required for the trap to be a trap. Right now, it's not a trap. It was never bullish to begin with. We need to break bearish resistance in order to make it bearish. Sorry. In order to make it a trap. And this is the missing piece. We got the FOMC meeting. We just never broke the realized price. Even if we just go to 67.6, that's fine. But we don't have that much time left now. Now that the FOMC passed, we probably have 10 days. But tomorrow and Friday are absolutely massive days because we're going to get new candles for the S&P and the VIX. I want to see what happens with the MACD. See, as of right now, we have a 5-day bar, but it might go away. I don't know. But I'm very curious because if we do get that bar, look at that. If we get a green MACD bar on the 5-day, I'm going to start turning bearish. It's lining up beautifully. It really is. Dude, tomorrow and Friday are probably the two biggest days for the rest of the year. Because they confirm or deny so many sell signals. So many sell signals. I'm assuming nobody said anything about the music, so it's not too loud. What's up, Chris? Welcome to the live stream. Am I holding any crypto? No, I'm not touching crypto ever again. I'm a stock guy now, hopefully. Hopefully. Oh, wow, the QQQ has 2 red bars already. Oh, yes, I wanted to look at Meta. That's what I wanted to look at. Yeah, so here's another piece of information. So, for the last couple of months, at least in the bear market, Meta has been bouncing with Bitcoin. But Meta has just come back down. This is also the phenomenon that occurred near the top last time. So I do think there is a chance that we could get one more pump. If you actually see, Bitcoin had a relief rally after Meta 2 times. You can see here, Meta topped and then Bitcoin pumped, and then the same thing happened in May. Meta topped and then Bitcoin went up one more time. So I still am open to another rally. I'm not a professional, but I am open to another rally. I do think it's possible. Oh, wow. Meta gapped down. Did they have earnings today? Yeah, what's going on with Meta? I didn't even realize that. It's at 547. Hold on. I gotta check my my app. What's going on with Meta? Meta World Peace. Did they have earnings today? Meta bumps up. Wow, they reported a 91% decline in free cash flow. Yeah, I think Meta is going to be a good play. If Meta crashes like this... Yeah, I don't know how low it's going to go, though. But Meta has been bottoming with Bitcoin, as you can see. So I don't think Meta is going to go up until Bitcoin goes up. So I think Meta could be a good gamble. Right? Last bull run, it basically did better than, almost better than Bitcoin did. And the market cap is only 1.5 trillion. Yeah, if we get that stock market correction and Meta comes back down to $300, it'll only be like 800 billion market cap. Dude, people are sleeping on Meta, man. Do you know how many people use Instagram? And how many AI people are going to be on Instagram? Sometimes I'm scrolling and I can't even tell if it's a person or not. I think people are doubting the Zucks. The Zucks. Especially because you can clearly see it just follows Bitcoin. Zucks. Two people I haven't talked to in a long time randomly asked me for money today. One asked for 2K and the other asked for 1,500, and they both said no. Yeah, good for you, Chris. My friend asked me for 1,800 and I gave it to him and I haven't heard from him since. And that was a year ago. So, learn your lesson from me and don't give anybody money ever. The only time you give somebody money is if they have the same blood as you, and even then you don't get the money back. But what can you do? Craig Coates is in the house. What have I missed? Nothing much. Just tomorrow and Friday. Oh, actually, yeah, just scroll back a little bit. You missed the SOXL sell signals. But tomorrow and Friday are two of the biggest days, I think, for the rest of the year. Because if we don't go back up, we're going to get massive sell signals. I just let my brother borrow 2K. Yeah, you're not getting that back either, man. It's sad to say, but I think all people who borrow money have the same tendencies. Because they shouldn't really be in that position anyway. I know life happens sometimes, so I'm not going to push people down. But I noticed that everyone who asks me for money all have the same tendencies, and that's why I never get it back. So your brother probably robbed you. I'm just kidding, bro. No, I'm not. Did I see South Korea stock market crashed 44%? Yeah, but it looks too much like the semiconductors. That's why I don't really... It doesn't really faze me. Like, if you compare the Korean Stock Exchange to SOXL, it's almost the same chart. What is it again? The Koshi? Kospi. It looks too much like the semiconductors. So, I'm assuming there's probably a big semiconductor that makes up a lot of the composite. But it's pretty much the semiconductors. Is there a Korean semiconductor that I'm unaware of? Yeah, it's almost the same chart. I think it's a nothing burger. I mean, I'm not saying that it's bullish, but I'm not going to run around saying, oh my God, we're going to the zero because of it's almost, it looks just like Micron. So I'm going to assume there's a big semiconductor in the Korean Stock Exchange that's dragging it down. I saw the South Park scene yesterday and it's gone. I would give people money if I had to give. Yeah, that's how I always felt too, but now I realize that most of the time people are never going to pay you back. So don't give out more than you can afford to lose. Well, luckily for me, I don't know anyone. There's nobody in my life that I would that are left. Nobody's left. I can't give any money to anyone else. The only person that asks me for money already owes me like $900. So I'll never hear from, he's never going to ask me for money again. Which I like it like that. That's why I'm okay. Because if someone owes you money, there's a couple of people that owe me money, but I don't expect to get it back anymore. But my days of lending out money are over. Anything more than $100, I don't have it. I said, no, I need money to support my boy Big Tone. You're damn right. Yeah, I was looking for you the other day because Cryptomalicis uses PayPal. And I was like, I got to get Chris to use PayPal. But then I remembered because I reviewed my donations and you do use PayPal. I was like, we got to get Chris in the chat. Tell him to use PayPal. But I was just kidding. People reaching out on Facebook. Yeah, there's really no way to get in touch with me. I have my Instagram messages closed, so you can't message me unless I follow you. Man, you remember Matthew Dropco, man? This guy used to send me messages every single day. I actually got angry. I had to unfollow him. But I think he was just tagging me and stuff, and it was popping up in my messages. I thought you were sending me messages the whole time. But yeah, it's impossible to get in touch with me because I just don't want to be bothered. Because the reality is, my dad used to say this to me when I was a young boy, and I never liked when he used to say it. But he used to say, you only come around when you want something. And that's how everybody is. They only come around when they want something. And it's true. So you do use PayPal? Yeah, I know. That's why I saw you in the contacts and I forgot to remind you. But I have to say I'm just kidding. This way you get the message, but I don't look like an asshole. Because YouTube, listen, YouTube takes 30% and then the government takes 20%. So I only get 50% of the super chats. But if you use PayPal, I keep all of it. Because I don't think I make enough to... Maybe for the sake of the live stream, I do report it, but... Maybe I report it sometimes. But for the sake of the stream, I report all of my information because I'm a law-abiding citizen. But I think if you only get a certain amount, you don't have to do anything. Like, I sold stuff on eBay, and because I got less than $10,000, I didn't have to report it. They didn't even give me a form. So what can we review? What else do we got? Yeah, tomorrow is a very big day. Tomorrow and Friday are two of the biggest days of the year, I think. If we see the SOXL ETF get rejected at 126, yeah, I don't see how it's mathematically possible we go back to 126. It's not possible. Right? We would need to see the mother of all bounces, and I don't see that happening. But look, every time we get a sell signal, we go down. Even in 2011. The only time we didn't go down was in June of 24. So if we get this sell signal confirmed, I'm going to turn ultra bearish. We have it almost on Nvidia too. Oh, you know what's funny, gentlemen? I freaking said it this morning. Apple did pull back today. And you saw the S&P finally pulled back. You see how little the pullback was for Apple? And SPY pulled back. So Apple's the only thing holding this up. Because the semiconductors are all bearish as shit. But this isn't moving because Apple wasn't moving. But once Apple pulled back, the S&P pulled back. So that's why once Apple finally has a correction, I think that's where the crash is. So we have to find where's Apple's top. Whoever can find the top for Apple will find the top of the market. It looks like it went back up again anyway. Did Amazon go down? Yeah, Amazon went down too. But Amazon's already bearish. Amazon's been bearish. Apple hasn't been bearish. I actually wonder if Apple is now the first stock. Oh, I have a question for the smart people in the chat because I don't know the answer. Does the S&P 500 and the SOXL ETF increase their holdings for the stock as it goes up to market share? Like Apple was number 2, I think, and now it's number 1. Wasn't Nvidia number 1 the other day? So I have a question. If Costco starts climbing in market cap, do they add more shares of Costco? Is that how it works? Because if that's true, then that means these other semiconductors could actually take over. QCOM. Oh, I think QCOM had earnings today. What'd they do? Oh, they went down. QCOM expects most chip sales from non-smartphone segments by 2027. Targets 5 billion data center revenue. Yeah, what semiconductors had earnings today? Clack had earnings. Oh, Clack had earnings. Looks like it was green. What else? Oh, a lot of semiconductors had earnings today. What about Nvidia? When is their earnings? Doesn't even say. Wait, doesn't Intel have earnings? Oh, Intel did have earnings. Oh, they already had earnings and we went down. Yeah, I'm thinking these other doo-doo semiconductors might be able to push the price up if they ever get their time to shine. ASML. Oh, they had earnings already. Yeah, I still think there could be one more push left. But I can't guarantee it. We're so close to the end, I think. Did we get a new 4-day? Okay, so the 4-day MACD and the 4-day stock RSI are still bullish. Yeah, we're getting close, though. You can definitely see that we're getting close to the end here. Oh no, why is it going down? What's going on? Don't go down, you fool. Go up. I need you to go up, you fool. Why is it going down again? They told me we were bullish. Get back here. Yeah, let me check QCOM actually. Yeah, it's at 150 now. Wow. It just round tripped the whole thing. Yeah, that's gotta be bearish. Do we have any updates on QCOM? What happens when QCOM does a round trip? Is that bearish for Bitcoin? Oh my god, it's actually played out. Look at that shit. Yeah, let's see. Are we round tripping on QCOM here? Okay. Yeah, round trip. Yeah, round trip. Okay, it's not always bearish. Round trip very well may be bearish for Bitcoin. Round trip on QCOM is bearish, I repeat. Yeah, I think we're getting close, gentlemen. It's not always bearish, though. If we measure out when it was bearish, or when it wasn't, I don't know. I think this counts as a round trip, no? right? QCOM round tripped and Bitcoin, well, I guess technically it went up and then it went down. So I'll leave it yellow just because it triggered a 50% drawdown. But we'll make it white just because we want accurate information. We don't want to be biased. Yeah. I could say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 6 out of 9 were bearish. 6 out of 9 were bearish. Very interesting. Very interesting, Mr. Bond. Yeah, so tomorrow and Friday are massive days. Massive days, I tell you. Because if we print this sell signal, it's already there. It's just, it gets confirmed if we don't go over 124. I think we could turn back into bears. We can get the bears back together. Get the gang back together. What about Tesla? Tesla's not there yet. Yeah, Tesla's not there yet. But what about Meta is probably already bearish. Yeah, Meta's already bearish. How about QQQ? Alright, we do have a 4-day sell signal on QQQ. Not the most reliable, though, I will say. Not the most reliable. 5-day we don't have. 6-day we don't have. Solana's looking a little bearish. Yeah, let's check the stock RSI on Solana. How's she looking? Yeah, Solana stock RSI is not looking too good, man. Whenever it rolls over, we've been bearish. It is not going down. It's kind of grinding. So maybe there is one more rally, but it's just a maybe. Maybe there isn't another rally. I hope there is, personally. How about the Super Guppy? What we got on Super Guppy? Give me something, please. We rejected off this. Oh no, we're getting rejected from the daily Super Guppy. That's not good. Oh wait, I want to check this too. How are we looking on here? Did we get any bear prints? 2-day bear. What do we got, Chad? What do we got? Oh, we got a 2-day bear. Oh, that was already there. No 3-day bear. We get a new candle tomorrow. Alright, we're keeping an eye on a 3-day bear. 4-day bear, too. A 4-day bear would be ultra bearish. Ultra bearish, I tell you. Tomorrow and Friday is a pretty big day. Pretty big day. I don't know. We are looking not too good here. Do you guys think we're gonna go up again, or is that it? I'm giving it until next week. If it does what I need it to do, it'll go up overnight, and then next week we'll go down. But if we just go down, then oh well. It's not looking too promising, man. I don't... Yeah, I mean, look at this. It's getting squeezed again. Oh, what about SPY, actually? Oh, dude, we got a 2-day bear on QQQ. That's not good. Doesn't mean we have to go down, but it's not good. A 3-day bear would probably be the nail in the coffin. Yeah, a 3-day bear would be the nail in the coffin. Dude, I'm telling you, tomorrow and Friday are probably two of the biggest days of the rest of the year. Maybe. If they print bearish, then it's bearish. Not perfect, but it's been pretty rough. Look at that shit. Oh, wait a minute. Actually, yeah, Apple. Yeah, Apple is overbought. It did do a 10x from 2016. I guess that's pretty good. Did a 10x from 2018. Yeah, wow, it did a 10x from 2018. Yeah, I think stocks are the way to go, honestly. This shit is ridiculous. I mean, it's easier saying in hindsight, yeah, I should have just bought Bitcoin, but that's no longer the case anymore. I mean, this thing arguably does a 10x every market cycle. Even if I sold it at Bitcoin's top, I still got a 6x. So if I just apply the 4-year cycle to the stock market, I still do okay. Right? If we just apply the stock market 4-year cycle, we're still getting 400 to 500% every time. But if you just stayed in, you got a 30x. Here, if you just stayed in, got a 60x. Yeah, dude. What if we get this crash? Like, let's just say it goes back to 20 bucks and you put 50K in and you just don't touch it for 10 years. You think it's gonna do a 30x again? Isn't that 1.5 million? What's the average return of TQQQ over 10 years? 2021 is what we're looking for. August of 2021. Holy shit, did a 100x. What's a 100x of 50,000? That's 5 million. What if we just pick random dates? Well, we don't have to pick random dates. We have the 4-year cycle. If we bought in 2018 over the course of 10 years, that's going to be December of 2028. If we go up by 2x, yeah, 30x. Yeah, somebody should take one for the team, and if we get this correction, just put in 50K and don't touch it for 10 years. Dude, it could be $1 million easily. Maybe I'll try it. I don't know. I don't have the patience. I gotta gamble. Damn, so you're telling me we could be millionaires if we just don't touch it? How much juice would it be for 10 years in the ETF? Yeah, but this is attached to the QQQ, but you do have to be careful because we didn't get a bear market this time. But if we get a 25% drawdown on the QQQ, this thing's gonna nuke. If the Nasdaq comes back to 527, which I don't know if it will, maybe it does, this thing is gonna get wiped out. Like, it got absolutely destroyed in 2022. But even if you just held, it just went right back up. Well, actually, it took a year and a half. I don't know if I'd say it went right back up. But I don't think we're going to see it. I don't think we're going to get a crash like that. This was nasty. This was 35%, man. Same thing with SOXL. I mean, they have 3x ETFs for everything now. I'm surprised they don't have a 3x Bitcoin ETF. Yeah, I'm surprised they don't have a Bitcoin 3x. At least it goes back up. Yeah, exactly. The only time you would lose everything is if we have 2008. But 2022 was probably the closest we're going to get to that. Because in 2008, the QQQ fell by 53%, and we fell by 37%. We actually almost fell by 40% in 2022. But I have to respect the possibility that we could get it. We could get it right now. We could. Because this was a massive run here. The QQQ is up 200%. I mean, I was going to say Dogelon Mars. Elon Musk became a trillionaire, man. This fucking bull run is nuts. Yeah, I'm actually open to it. Look, how could we argue that a 180% bull market had a 90% drawdown? Sorry, 38% drawdown. We should expect something like that here. It could be 30%. It's gonna be gnarly if it happens, but it could be. Because even this one was only 95%, and we had a 23% correction. This one as well was 113%, and it was a 25%. There's a chance this correction is nasty. It doesn't have to be, but it could be. 500 on QQQ, I think I'm a buyer. I think I just get in and close my eyes. Because a 30% drawdown would push this thing like down to $25. Yeah, the trend line is there too, right? Maybe a little lower. Oh no, we're going down again. What's going on? Make it stop. I could have had a multimillionaire. I mean, everybody, that's what everybody says. I say the same thing too. There's no going back. You just don't want to be saying the same thing in 10 years. So just do it right this time. Just do it right this time. We'll be all right. That's like the jabronis that are saying gold is a good investment. That's because it just went up. Imagine all the gabagools that bought gold here for 300% gain. Dude, you missed out on everything buying gold. People are saying gold's better than SPY. I don't think so, jabron. Since 2009, SPY's up 10x. What's gold from 2009? 7x. I think the QQQ is the best asset out there right now. I know that's a hot take, but I'm willing to bet QQQ is the best asset overall. I'd argue if you measure most assets against QQQ, it's probably down. Even the beloved Bitcoin has been really struggling against QQQ lately. Ever since 2017, I mean, you're not really losing. What if you do ETH divided by QQQ is probably horrible. Yeah, oh my gosh. Is there not a leveraged? Yeah, there's a 2x MSTR. There is a 2x MSTR. I don't know. I'm getting nervous that the top might be in already. It's starting to look like this, man. You guys don't think so? It's starting to look pretty shit. I don't know if I could say these are the same. It's starting to look pretty bad. Look at BNB, it's fucking dead. Yeah, BNB's dead, man. Yeah, but ETH doesn't look that bad. I mean, it didn't look that bad here either, and then it just collapsed. I don't know. Is there one more push? I know YouTube thinks we're going higher. I think we could go higher too. But I also know that at any moment it could go straight down to 40,000. That's why I'm struggling here. I think I'm gonna hold out until next week. Not hold out, but once we cross here, I'm turning bearish no matter what. So if we're already down there, then so be it. Still bearish. But I'm seeing people say we could come down here and go up again. That's just how it is. First, this was the low, then this was the low, then this was the low, now this is the low, then this is the low, then this is the low. Just like last time, that's what I was saying. Oh, this is the low, this is the low, this is the low. It's the same thing every time, it's just different people are saying it now. Yeah, I wonder if the top is already in. Solana looks like shit. Wow, XCN is going to 0. I guess it already went to 0 and then it came back. Yeah, man, is the top already in? Maybe we could get one more squeeze like this. And then it goes down. The top is in. I hope not. I hope there's one more push. I really do. I really do. If it's already in, I'm okay with that, but I prefer if the top is not in yet. It's just starting to look like this, and the fact that it's the same time too. Look, May 31st, we just went straight down. It's the same time frame. But we also said before that we could be here too, because this is also the same time frame. And you had the FOMC meeting today. So it's either or, I don't know. That's where this is the two options I'm giving it, in my opinion. It's not about is it going to go down, it's about when is it going to go down. That's really what I think. It's either what's one or the other. The reason why I'm struggling is because we never broke the realized price. So maybe that's what makes it a trap, is everybody thinks it's going to break. But I don't like that notion everyone's doing it, so it's not going to happen. I don't think everybody's looking at the realized price. I think everybody's looking at the 200-day moving average, which is significantly higher. Like, way higher. It's all the way up at 71,000. I don't even think we can get up there anymore. I think we get one little pop to like 68, and then that's it. I think if we were going to hit this, we would have hit it by now. But one more push up would just be golden. Because then we would get... Oh, this shit ain't even gonna... Yeah, these guys are ruining everything. We're not even gonna get a red dot anymore. We fell too much. That's tragic. Yeah, the only way we get a red dot now is if we do go up to 70k. That sucks. That's alright. It's not the end of the world. ETH can still get one. That's enough for me. I think we got one on the 12-hour. Oh, wow. 20? Yeah, we didn't get a single red dot. That's so bizarre. What? How could that be? The 9-hour? That's not enough. Yeah, I don't know if I don't even think we're gonna get a red dot anymore, unless we would really have to go straight up to 70k. Yeah, if ETH BTC sells off, it's gonna get a red dot. I've hopped in a lot of YouTubers' chats to do some Raycon, and everyone says you are too bearish. I mean, YouTubers don't even know who I am, so I doubt that's true. But that's okay. I'm not known enough on YouTube to have people know who I am, or say I'm too bearish. Also, MSTR says we could go down starting August 13th too, so I'm hopeful there's one more rally left. Dude, I remember one of my one of my subscribers who used to subscribe and donate. He called me a sellout because I said Doge was going to 5 cents. And now we're almost there. This would be one of the best calls I've had in a long time, right? We were looking for 5 cents up here. I don't even think 5 cents is going to hold anymore. I actually think it's going to go below 5 cents. Because think about it. How could Bitcoin go down 40% and this not? That's the issue. If we go to 40,000, that's 35%. Doge at 35% would be 4.5 cents. That's below the low. Would I like video evidence? No, it's okay. I really don't care. It's not that I'm not saying I don't care about what you're saying. I just don't care what people think about me. I mean, I'm sure the YouTubers probably don't care about what anyone thinks. That's why we're on YouTube. Doge to a penny? No, I think that's too low. I mean, there are people who are too bearish. But every single price that I've come up with is based on historical data. Doesn't mean I'm going to be right, but that's how I came up with the numbers. I think for me, the spoon feed would be Tether. I know I keep saying that. I'm always hopeful that they'll do it. If they can spoon feed me and drop Tether, which it kind of looks like they might. They might. Right? Look at that. We're smack in the middle of the bear market right here. Tether's oversold. Yeah, we're not oversold yet, though. Welcome to the stream, Mr. Crypto Andrew. Doge is your answer by Bitcoin not going that low before Doge rallies. I mean, that has happened before, which is why I was kind of hoping Doge was going to rally. But I've actually given up on Doge. I don't even care about it anymore. I mean, I care about it because it's a good indicator, but that's all it is to me. Like in the next bull run, I don't even know what I'm gonna do, honestly. But man, tomorrow and Friday are two of the biggest days of the year. Tomorrow and Friday are two of the biggest days of the year, baby. If we get this sell signal confirmed, I gotta hide in my bear bunker. I gotta hide in my bear bunker. I also don't like that Bitcoin fell below the 8-hour super guppy. Doesn't mean it has to go down, but it has gone down the last 2 times it's done that. Specifically, I'm referring to when it turns green and then it changes colors. I don't like that. This one, it fell, but it wasn't green. I think I don't know. I think we got a shot here. I will admit though, I absolutely love, as a bear, I love that Bitcoin is down here. I absolutely love it. I actually get bear FOMO that it's just going to go down. I have hope it's going to get this rally though. We've been waiting for it. But I get FOMO that I'm just going to wake up and it's going to be at 58,000 again. But this is the missing piece here. The problem is we've pulled back so much that the RSI might not get to my box. We just tagged it but got rejected. But I would really like to see one more thrust into the Moonboy event and then we go down. Because if we look at our Moonboy chart, this is where it gets interesting. If we do look at our Moonboy chart, we can actually see that the momentum is doing exactly what it's supposed to do. But it also is almost time to turn bearish. So yeah, look, I know for a fact I showed you guys this before it happened. We had this drawn for a long, long time. The stock RSI is doing exactly what it was supposed to do, and now it's time to go down. Yeah, I think once August 10th passes, I'm going into my bear bunker. Yeah. It could be like 2023, actually, where it... Yeah. Once August 10th passes, I'm going into my bear bunker. Yeah, I guess it's pretty common, actually. I'm making a bold prediction. If the top's not in already, I think the top is next week. I'm turning bearish next week. This can't stay up here forever unless the price goes up. I actually think it's going to look exactly like this. I think the bottom is here. Ethereum is already up here. And we're still not moving. Actually, I think the 5-day is up here. Yeah, we gotta start pumping soon. Holy shit, the 6-day is up here. Yeah, nah, this is it. No. Dude, if we don't start moving now, we are bearish. Holy shit, I didn't realize the 6-day stock RSI was overbought. Dude. What about the weekly? Oh, man. Dude, if we don't start moving... Oh my gosh, I didn't even know that. If we don't start pumping soon, we are going straight down, man. And I'm not even saying that because I'm bearish. It's just bearish. Like when the stock RSI is overbought, that's where the move up is supposed to be. You see how we rallied? And then we went straight down. When we hit overbought here, we exploded. We hit overbought here and we still went higher. And then we collapsed. So when the stock RSI rolls over, it's GG. It's lights out. Yeah, I did not see that. Yeah, when the stock RSI rolls over, it's over. Even here, you can see you hit overbought. And you continue to climb. So yes, the stock RSI pulled back, but we went up before that. We climbed another 20% before the pullback. Yeah. I'm going to give it till next week. If we're still the same price by next Friday, yeah. If we're still the same price by next Friday, I'm getting ready for the crash. I'm holding out hope that it's bullish, but I'm running out of hope. What about the 8-day? Oh. Yeah, wow. Wow. Dude, do you guys see what's happening right now? The 9-day stock RSI is climbing and we're not. It's not moving. What the fuck? Dude, I can't be the only guy that sees this. My brother in Christ. Every single time Ethereum has done this, it's exploded. And now it's not moving. Yeah, I'm gonna give it more time. I'm not gonna turn bearish yet. But my brother in Christ, if we hit overbought and the price still doesn't move, I'm looking for 1,000 Ethereum. Dude, you guys gotta understand, when you come out of this... Yeah, I'm bearish, dude. I don't care what anybody says. When you come out of this, it's fucked. Even in the bull market, it was fucked. Both times. Yeah, no, I did not see that. It's not overbought yet, but it's getting there. Yeah, dude. Oh, man. Even this one was bearish. 25%. Dude, if we don't move, this thing... Yeah, dude. If we don't move, if we do not move by next Friday, I'm going to have to say we're not here, okay? Let's be honest. We're not right here. This thing just blew through the all-time high. It was max bullish over here. Man, if we do not go up, I'm telling you guys, this is ultra bearish, man. I'm giving it till next Friday. Actually, I might only give it till... What's today? Wednesday? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It should hit overbought by Monday. Yeah, man, dude, do you guys not see this? I know I'm not the only person that sees this, even though I just saw it today for the first time. Look at the size of the moves we get. We have bull market momentum right now, and the price is like a dead dog. I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt because I'm a fake bull right now because I want the price to go up. But I have to start getting ready. I did not realize how bullish Ethereum was, and the fact that it's not moving makes it bearish. What about the 10-day? Oh, man. Oh my god. Yo, dude. I'm sorry, but if we don't start going up, this stock RSI cannot stay up here. The only time the stock RSI stays up here is when the price goes up. If the price does not go higher, you get a reversal. Look at the size of the moves down. They're ridiculous. Even here, you stayed up here and the price went vertical. When you top out, it's ultra bearish. Man, I'm so happy I clicked on this. I did not see that. Oh, Maron. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually really happy I clicked on this. I only thought it was the 5-day stock RSI. I didn't realize it goes all the way up to the 12-day stock RSI. Like, the 12-day is not overbought yet, but if we sit here for 5 more days, it will be. And if we go straight up, fine, super cycle. If we don't go straight up, you're staring down the barrel of a 60% drawdown. I don't even know if I can say this because here we went higher. That's why I don't think I can use it. But if we only measure when it reverses down, you're looking at 27 and 45. 27, 45, and 61. If the price of Ethereum is the same in 2 weeks and the stock RSI is up here, it's going to go like this. So you're looking at 27, which is 1,300, 46, which is yeah, you could get $1,000 Ethereum. I'm open to it. I'm not going to say I know because I'm not really that in sync with what's going on with the BTC pair. I am aware the Bitcoin pair can pump, so I'm not going to make any predictions. But I am open to $1,000 Ethereum. Maybe 1,100. I think if the Bitcoin pair does do that, then obviously we're not going to get $1,000 Ethereum. I don't know. But even this, look. If Ethereum is going to go up, it has to go up now. It must go up now. Because the Bitcoin pair is not immune to this either. Right? Even in the bull market, it fell by 40%. And these little ass drops, dude, these are not even little. 30% on the Bitcoin pair. This one was 24%. You guys got to understand that if the Bitcoin pair falls by 20% and Bitcoin falls by 30%, ETH is going to get slashed in half. So we can favor the bullish scenario, I think, for another 10 days. But if we don't start moving soon, this is going to roll over again. I think we're getting close. I know we're getting close because of the Bollinger Band percentile. We just spent another week doing nothing. This is going to come down here. The last 2 times it came down here, we spiked and then went down to 0. We spiked up, then crashed. Spiked up, then crashed. This one, you just went up. This one, you went down. This was a pretty nasty drop. It was 17%. If we fell by 17%, that puts us all the way down at 50,000 almost. This one you spiked up, then went down. This one was the bottom. So we're about to get something massive. Look at what happened in 2018. You got a bunch of them. We're definitely getting something in August. No, it's coming, guys. Good luck. I remain optimistic that the top isn't in yet. There's one more rally, but I think by the end of August, we're either going to be at 75 like the Moon Boys think, or we're going to be back at the low, which is what I think. And you cannot convince me that going back to the low is bullish, when all of the momentum right now is bullish. Look at what we just talked about for Ethereum. There's people saying that we can go back down to the low and be bullish, when the very momentum that has sent us up in every bull market is bullish right now. And we're expecting it to be bullish on the downswing? Have you lost your damn mind, son? Have you lost your damn mind, fool? Dude, if we do not go up soon, it's not right now because we can still push higher. I'm not saying it's bearish yet, but God help us when it does turn bearish. You got your damn mind, son. Oh, 11 days already up there almost. Wow, I'm really glad I clicked on this. What a... Yeah, this gotta be it, man. This has to be it. I mean, look at where all the major look at where all the major crashes are. They all have an overbought stock RSI. Now, I'm not saying just because it's overbought means it has to go down. I'm saying look at where the major crashes are. They all have that overbought stock RSI. And that's exactly what we have now. So you absolutely have the firepower to get it. Absolutely. This one wasn't overbought. Yeah, I'm not saying I'm going to be right, but you got to just do what's best for you. But I definitely think that ETH could come back to the low. You literally have the firepower to do it. So if it's not a super cycle, then ETH probably is going to come back to the low. Because the last couple of times we've been doing this, it's been ultra bearish. 47, 62, 45. Even this one was 45. This one was only 29. But 45 puts you back at the low, $1,000. I don't think I'm going to buy Ethereum. I don't think I'm buying crypto anymore. Even if it comes back to 1,000, it's just too risky. Like, what if it just comes up and then goes down again? What about Solana? I didn't even think... No, that's not Solana. I didn't think to check Solana. Wow, Solana too. Oh, Solana already crossed. Yeah, we already talked about the 5-day on Solana. What about the 8-day? Oh, not on. Dude. Oh, SpongeBob. Oh, SpongeBob. You guys don't see this? Maybe I'm not bearish enough. What the fuck? This is the 9-day stock RSI about to turn bearish. In the last 4 years, it was only bullish once. Even here, we fell by... Holy shit. We fell by 37% back here. Yeah, wow. So you're telling me... Listen to this. You're telling me that the 9-day stock RSI went from oversold to overbought and the price went down? And that's bullish. You motherfucker. I guess we're right here, right? We're about to go straight up. No, but that's not the same because the stock RSI went to oversold over here. These are not the same. Let me repeat what I just said. The stock RSI went from oversold to overbought and we shot up. Then we went down and it hit oversold. We went from oversold to overbought and the price went down. Which means there's only two options here. Either Solana is about to go straight up or straight down. Because it only stays up here when it's bullish. If it doesn't go up, then it goes down. Yeah, wow, man. I'm really glad I looked at this because I never looked at this until right now. Holy shit. Yeah, I didn't... Yeah, dude, we're bull market bullish right now and the price is not moving. You guys don't think that's bearish? What the hell? What else? BNB's not moving, right? Yeah, BNB sucks. Yeah, BNB is trying to turn bullish. Oh, actually, let's check BNB. Yeah, BNB's dead. Yeah, BNB's dead. What's another coin? Doge? I don't think Doge is moving. Yeah, Doge sucks too. What's another coin? Just ETH and Solana, right? What about the VIX? Yeah, the VIX is getting there too. Oh, shit. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think we're getting close. I think we're getting close. I don't think there's an in the middle. I think it's either a super cycle, like some people are saying, or we're about to go straight down. Because the BBWP is also screaming at you that you're going to get a big move. Because if we go back to Solana, look, the weekly BBWP is about to print another blue bar. The last time we printed a blue bar, we spiked up and then we fell by 40%. This one, it didn't even print until you went down 52%. This one was bullish. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, we're either gonna go 40% up or down. So you have to ask yourself, what's more likely? Solana at 108 or Solana at $40? 'Cause that's what's going to get hit. I bet you if you raise the time frame, it's even more. There's this... Yeah, wow. We're supposed to be going up right now. We're supposed to be going up right now, gentlemen. I'm still going to give the Moon Boys the benefit of the doubt. I don't think the rally's done yet. But God help us. Once August 10th, I'm actually so glad I did the stream tonight. I would have never checked that. I'm so stuck in my ways that I only look at Bitcoin and stock market. I would have never checked Ethereum or Solana. Every single time Solana has done this, we've gone straight up. Look at this. By at least 80% every time. This is the first time. No, this is the second time. The first time we didn't do it was right here. And we made another low. But I don't know if I can consider these. I'm going to consider them the same one because we never went back to oversold. So I'm going to get rid of this one. So the stock RSI went from oversold to overbought. And we're down. Yeah, wow. And ETH we already established is the same thing. Stock RSI went from oversold to overbought. Price absolutely skyrocketed. Stock RSI went from oversold to overbought. Price absolutely skyrocketed. Stock RSI went from oversold to overbought. Price absolutely skyrocketed. Stock went from RSI. Stock RSI went from oversold to overbought. And we went down. Yeah, I'm going to have to say that if ETH doesn't make a new move over the next 20 days, 10 days, that's it. I mean, dude. Even if we're here, it doesn't matter. It's bearish. We went down. Here you can say it was bullish, but look at the size of the move you had. This was literally alt season. So if it's, yeah, we gotta start moving up. If you're a moon boy, you literally have to start moving up now. There's no more time left. Between now and August 10th, you got to start moving up. Which I think we can. I still have faith. I have faith in the moon boys. They're going to battle. They're going to battle to the death. I still have faith in one more rally. So help me God. Daily stock RSI is oversold. Yeah, I still have faith in the moon boys. But if we don't bounce soon, it's just gonna freaking collapse. GME going to retail back in. GME is doing the 2018 pizza pattern. Where you're forming a slice of pizza. And then the pepperoni falls out. Doesn't GameStop hold Bitcoin too, or did they sell it? Yeah, my prediction is GameStop comes down here. $10. All right, gentlemen. Very useful stream, at least for me. I would have never... I didn't even think to check that. I still have hope we could get another rally, but I turn back into being bearish once August 10th passes. So, best of luck to you all. As always, stay safe. None of this is financial advice. I appreciate the $3. Somebody sent me $3. I don't remember who it was. Oh yeah, it was the guy with the Wojak profile picture. It was 5 Australian beans. I appreciate the $3.50. We shall return tomorrow. None of this is financial advice. Stay safe. Take care. And I'll see you soon.